listening to the Photobomb Podcast with the world's greatest photographers, Booray and Gary.
I'm out.
We're going to wear hats?
Yeah.
So you had a news story that I thought was interesting that you wanted to
Yeah. There's a news story. There were a couple of copyright stories this week. I don't know if we'll get to both of them, but there was a news story about a guy who got banned by a band called Arch Enemy. And we've seen this sort of thing happen before with Taylor Swift, for example. But it was an interesting story. So to paraphrase it down, this guy was a photographer at an Arch Enemy concert. This is a metal band. I guess in Europe, at a Dutch music festival. Who knew the Dutch love the metal?
They do.
But they do. And he was credentialed to shoot there. And he took a picture of the lead singer, great picture, by the way, and he posted it on his Instagram. And then the band reposted it, complete with his watermark, and I think attributed to him. And he was cool with that. And then the woman who made the clothes that the lead singer was wearing in the picture, she reposted the picture under the brand name of her clothing line, saying, wow, look at, she's wearing my clothes and they look so great on her.
Cool metal pants.
Yes, vests and everything. So
vests.
The photographer contacted her and said, you're in violation of my copyright, but you can give me $500 or you can donate $100 to a charity and we'll call it even. Well, this woman contacted the management for the band and told them what had happened. The management then immediately removed the picture from their Facebook, from their Instagram feeds. Everyone took it down immediately. And then the management wrote a letter back to the photographer and said, we took it all down. Everything's fine. You will no longer be welcome to photograph at our shows because we don't want people photographing at our shows who are going to try and extort us. And furthermore, I'm going to tell everyone I know that they shouldn't allow you to photograph at their shows. And so that's it. That's basically the story.
Is this the one, too, where the clothing maker's shop closed?
There's other little, like, for instance, the lead singer came out and said that, like, the woman who made the clothes, she doesn't have, like, a store or anything. She's a one-woman operation. The clothes that the singer was wearing that she was saying, hey, look, she's wearing my clothes. These aren't clothes you can buy. They were made specifically for the singer. But it was posted under her brand, such and such as clothes or whatever. And, there's a lot to unpack in this story because I get the photographer saying she's a brand. She's using my photograph to try and drive traffic to her brand. Therefore, I should be paid. But I also get the other side of them saying they didn't take his watermark off the picture. He had put it on Instagram. But if Nike had taken it and put it on their Instagram, and even though they'd included the watermark and said, look, she's wearing our shoes, I absolutely would have been hitting up Nike for a check. So is the size of your business something that has to be taken into consideration before we decide that you shouldn't be taking our photography? And then the bigger question is what they're trying to get, what the outrage seems to be is the fact that he's now been banned from shooting these shows, which brings us back to the age-old question of who owns the photograph. Well, he owns the photograph if he took a photograph of the singer. He absolutely owns the photograph, but we're in such a slippery slope now with social media.
Right.
I don't. Taylor Swift has got it. If you want to shoot a Taylor Swift concert, you have to sign away your rights.
Really?
Yeah. So you have to, if you want to be a credentialed photographer at a Taylor Swift concert, you sign a piece of paper giving them full rights to your images.
Oof.
Yeah, and I say woof too, but at the same time, that's her deal. And if you don't want to do it, then don't shoot her concert.
Yeah,
Business is business, and she has every right to do that if she wants to do that. And people get their panties in a wad about it, but business is business. And if she can find people who will sign away their rights and shoot her concert, then okay. The problem is not with her demanding that. The problem was with the photographers who allow her to do it to them. That's who you get mad at. You don't get mad at the people who are putting up the bad rules. You get mad at the people who say, okay.
Hey guys, Gary here. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to our channel here. You can check out some awesome new videos here and go into the description of this video and you can get a link to where you can subscribe to the podcast and listen to the entire episode. We'd love to see you there. Thanks for watching.